This is a derelict office block with a 3-storey underground car park. It's been derelict since 1991 and is now being renovated into apartments. In this video we explore inside, and you'll also see photos of how it was left before the building work started. The underground car park was open to the public, but this too is now closed off. The building has been derelict for many years, but tonight one of the doors was left open by workmen. At last, a chance to film inside, but knowing some of the workmen are still on site, we really don't want to disturb them tonight. The building is arranged in a triangle, with 3 stairwells, 2 reception lifts, a goods lift just behind them, and another one at the back of the building. The former reception on the ground floor is now being used for welfare facilities and an office for the workmen. Firstly, let's have a look at the boiler room on the roof. We have to move around this building quietly. Some of the workmen are still on site, as we've already spotted them from the multi-storey car park opposite. I spent some time examining this old lift machinery in part 2. In this video we continue exploring the building on the floor below to see what's left. Coming up later, I'll show you the plans of how this building is going to be transformed. And thanks to Landie Man, there's also some photos of the building interior from a few months back, before a lot of this was ripped out.
It looks like this is going to be the rubbish. Do you reckon they've had an engineer in to remove that?
Courtesy of Landie Man, here is some history and photos. It was built in 1972 and opened in 1975. The ground floor is dominated by a large retail shop, with a deliveries yard behind it. The office space above was accessed from a small reception and lift lobby on the ground floor. There is also a large underground car park, which goes down 3 floors. From the car park, there are stairs to the ground floor, and a lift which delivers passengers up to a side door but also goes up into the offices. Here is the lift on the bottom floor of the car park, courtesy of Daniel MEAKIN. This is a typical 1970s lift lobby. Would you want to ride this lift? The last occupiers moved out of the offices in 1991, and the office space has been left unused for years. Here are some inside photos before the demolition began. Watch out for the toilet photos, but more specifically, the horrific colour choice. The building is being converted from office space into 1 and 2 bedroom apartments. There's about 28 of them on each floor. In total, this former office building will create 111 apartments. Having filmed this in January 2024, it's likely that the building has already been completely transformed or may already be complete. All this comes from the old office partitioning, which has been ripped out. To remove it from the building would be a lengthy process. This is where the lift shafts are put to good use. The old lift shafts become rubbish chutes. You'll see what's at the bottom of that lift shaft a little later in the video, with some workmen. One of my previous videos covered this subject in much more detail. Please click the link above or see the video description to see it. 2 bare walls. Everything is going down the shaft. Sounds like the reckless and inconsiderate... Next to the reception, which is risky as this is the entrance to the building site and is being used as an office for the workmen. So far it appears that most of the workmen have gone home, but some of them live on site, so that it's somewhat protected at all times. My curiosity to where the rear goods lift went got the better of me, and the inevitable happened. With no activity, we assumed the coast was clear. I proceeded to go down the rest of the stairs to see inside the lift shaft, which is now a rubbish chute. But we hadn't noticed a workman smoking a cigarette on the outside of the door.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, we're going.
Hello?
Oh,
Hello, we're just going.
We're leaving, we're going.
Hello?
Unfortunately, following this visit, all doors were locked on future visits and we did not get back in. Besides, with much of the building already demolished, there isn't really a lot left to film. Please see the second video where we visit the lift machine rooms on the roof, which date back all the way to 1972. And of course, there is my usual attention to detail.
He didn't seem to care. Did he?
But now we can't go past the main entrance.
What?
No, we can't go past the main. Well, where is he though?
He's all the way around the front.
Looking closely at the ground floor location of the goods lift, it comes out here. This is the side door where we were discovered. Right next to it is the location of some old shops that have been converted into makeshift lodgings for the workmen. To see more photos and to learn more about this place, please visit Landie Man's Flickr channel. There is a link in the video description. The lift machine rooms on the roof are still completely original from when they were installed in 1972. These are coming up in part 2, together with all my usual attention to detail. And lastly, I do spend a lot of time editing our videos to be as interesting as possible. Quality, not quantity, is our motto. If you've enjoyed watching, then please consider subscribing to the Mr. Matt and Mr. Che channel. And thank you very much for watching.